Hello everybody and welcome to Art Travesty. Today is our fourth installment, after which we will be done with one quarter of this summer series, which will consist of 12 installments altogether. And still we are in the Sistine Chapel and still we're looking at the ceiling. And now let's look again at acorns. There are a lot of acorns on the ceiling. I mean, just look at it. Acorns everywhere. Why acorns? The tree of knowledge was supposed to be an apple tree or a pomegranate tree or a fig tree. But oak, where does oak come from? Well, there are two reasons. One definite and the other possible. The definite reason is that the oak tree was part of Julius II insignia. Julius II, the Pope, who commissioned the ceiling. And reason number two, the possible reason, is that an acorn bears an uncanny resemblance to a circumcised phallus, which fact did not escape anyone at the time. Later historians, the humorists, actually called this century and some other centuries papal pornocracy. But let's look at it methodically. Let's begin with reason number one, and then as excitement grows, we will have a circumcision finale. Julius II, the Pope, was actually Julius the Oak, because his name was Giuliano del Rovere, which means Julius of the Oak. Now, it was his uncle who adopted the oak to his crest, or rather stole the crest from another family. It was he who commissioned the building of the Sistine Chapel and named it after himself with characteristic humility, Sixtus Sistine Chapel. He also made his nephew Giuliano a cardinal, and Giuliano will become our Julius II with the same crest. And there we have it. The chapel itself was named after the uncle, and the ceiling will have the oak tree and acorns all over it, because the nephew absolutely did not want to have anyone doubt to whom the ceiling was ultimately owed. Well, Michelangelo painted these acorns everywhere in the ceiling, and he painted them in these great bunches that are held by the beautiful male nudes. Now, these male nudes, again, had absolutely nothing to do with the biblical account. They have everything to do, however, with Michelangelo's own tastes, both aesthetic and carnal. And here we have these gorgeous young men, and they're twisting and they're turning and they're coiling and in all different attitudes. Where Michelangelo got those attitudes, we are not certain. It's very possible that some of them he saw in the bathhouses, where his prospective models would turn and twist and coil in order to wash their various anatomy. And it seems that Michelangelo's favorite nude is this one. He's not even twisting and turning that much. If anything, his torso is serene, his face is calmly disdainful. He too is holding a bunch of acorns, as you can see, and to acorns we now go, to the possible second explanation. For some reason, when artists of Renaissance represented Hebrew patriarchs, even when they represented them in the nude, never represented them as circumcised, which is strange, because the central point, the pivotal point, tenet of the Old Testament is circumcision. No circumcision, no covenant. It just doesn't exist without it. But look even at Michelangelo's David in the Florentine Academy, still uncircumcised. And it's possible that an acorn presented a perfect compromise because, well, yes, it does look remarkably like a circumcised penis. And Michelangelo painted all over the ceiling, as you can see. And here you have it. Another mysterious, mouth-watering morsel that stares you right in the face. And that perhaps you may not see anywhere except here, where the truth is always under the tree, or, as the case may be here, on the tree.